Are you tired of this happening while taming a Dunkleosteus? My name's Sickworsa, and today I'll show you how to tame a Dunkleosteus, and if you stick around I'll tell you a couple of neat things about tame Dunkleosteus. First off, let's prepare. The food you're going to need in order from most effective to least effective. Superior kibble, raw mutton, raw prime meat, raw prime fish meat, cooked lamb chop, cooked prime meat. I'd recommend using superior kibble or raw prime meat. It wouldn't hurt to have some cooked prime meat just in case. You'll need around 130 narcotics per hour during the tame. At a default taming rate, a level 50 can take between half an hour to 1.5 hours, a level 100 can take between 1 and 3 hours, a level 150 between 1.25 and 4 hours. These times are the difference between kibble and raw meat. I also have the times for raw and cooked prime meat on screen now. You also want a more abundant food source for the Dunkleosteus to consume when it wakes up. The recipe for superior kibble is 1 large egg, 2 citronelle, 2 rare mushrooms, 1 prime meat jerky, 1 sap, 5 fiber, and 1 water. I would recommend making Lazarus chowder for this tame. Lazarus chowder makes you consume less oxygen for 10 minutes. The recipe for Lazarus chowder is 9 cooked meat, 5 savor root, 5 long grass, 10 mijo berries, 2 narcotic, and water. Since Dunkleosteus is a deep-sea creature, it may be worth it to have some points in oxygen in addition to the Lazarus chowder to make your diving times even longer. You'll also want to make sure you have some form of aquatic mount, such as ichthyosaur, a sarcosuchus, or a diplocalus. Dunkleosteus can damage all building materials up through stone, so care is needed if you want to catch them in a trap. They're also armored, making them take less damage and, in effect, less torpor damage. In addition to this, they have a high torpor and high torpor recovery rate. To compensate for this, you'll need a higher power weapon or a ton more trank arrows than you would expect. Dunkleosteus are not aggressive. This means it'll be hard to lure them into a trap. I found it is hard to get them to chase you for long even after they've been hit, so you'll need to chase them. This is risky as the deep ocean is very dangerous as it's filled with electric eels, jellyfish, and sharks. Dunkleosteus are fairly slow. This means there isn't too much risk while you're attempting to tame one, even if they do chase you. You'll just have to be careful as their bite attack is comparable to that of a wild rex. You can take advantage of their poor turning radius if they do get too close to you. An alternative is to find an underwater cave you can lure it to so you can shoot it from the safety of the air you can breathe. For this, it would be a good idea to have a swimming mount that can climb from the water, such as a sarcosuchus or a diplocalus. I'll put a link in the description to the location of these caves. You can also make a trap similar to the bird cage I've used before using behemoth stone gates and stone pillars, although this shouldn't be necessary with this creature. Another option available to you is to make a diving cage to keep the Dunkleosteus from attacking you. Again, you'll need to be careful of it biting you. However, as I mentioned before, these methods may not work very well, as it's difficult to get a Dunkleosteus to chase you. Whichever way you decide to use, pelt the Dunkleosteus with the rain of trank arrows until it is unconscious. Put your food of choice and narcotics in its inventory, and maintain its torpor so it doesn't wake up until it's tamed. If this video is helpful, make sure you like and share it. Your support really helps out the channel. A quick announcement before I get into the neat facts. There's a poll on my community tab to determine which video I'll work on next. I'm continuing my aquatic theme, and here are your creature choices: Ichthyosaur, Mosasaur, Tusoteuthus, Manta, Basiliosaurus. I will use the results of the poll as they stand on Tuesday, February the 18th. Also, if you have a particular creature you want me to make a guide on, let me know in the comments. I'm making a list of all requests I've been seeing, and I'll start polling on those soon. Now, for the neat facts that I promised earlier. The Dunkleosteus saddle engram can be learned at level 44 and can be crafted in the smithy with the hide, fiber, cementing paste, and metal ingots. Their primary attack is a standard bite attack. Dunkleosteus can gather rocks similar to an Ankylosaurus. They can gather oil, crystal, stone, metal, and black pearls with a much better efficiency than metal tools. While they have no carry weight reductions, they do have the next to highest carry weight of all tameable aquatic creatures, the best being the Mosasaurus. They're also considered an armored creature and have a full body damage reduction. I'd also like to say that they're incredibly slow. That's all I've got for today. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have yourselves a very good day.